Hi there. Welcome to Ask Pastor Anything series. Feel free to drop your questions and we will surely bring you the answers.
Don't forget to hit the subscription button, like, comment, and share for more content.
See you there.
Is it good to marry a woman who has already given birth to 3 children? Is it bad to be having sex with your partner before marriage? I'm asking a lady out for almost 5 to 6 months. She's not giving me any answer yet, so she's not giving him either a yes or a no, any advice. Welcome, people of God, to another episode of Ask Pastor Anything. If you missed any of our sessions, I'd urge you to go back and watch them. I still have here with me Pastor Philip Baja. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, my wonderful host. You're doing a great job, and the topics we are dealing with, I believe, are very important to help people in their relationships so that they can experience fulfillment, establishment, and satisfaction.
So, another person would want to know, do you think a woman should always join the man's church when they marry? What if she's aware of their wrong doctrines? And I feel like that's a very good question because personally, I've been there. So I want to know what you think about it.
All right. So the first part of the question is, do you think that a woman should
Always join the man's
always
church.
join? What I'll say is that technically the woman joins the man's family, the man's church. So that's why the woman's surname is changed to the man's surname. So when you get married, the man is not, your surname is Cheche.
Yes.
When you get married, I have not heard of a marriage where the man's surname changed to the woman's surname. There are times, but usually the woman's surname changes to the man's surname. There are times that sometimes the woman maintains her surname, and usually the reason that sometimes they maintain their surname is sometimes for professional reasons. So they maintain their surname, but mostly the usual pattern of the woman's surname changes. Now that is to teach us that the woman is leaving her family, both her biological family and her spiritual family, also to join the man's family. So that is what happens. Now, there are times, however, there are times that the man can join the woman's family. It could be sometimes they travel, they relocate to a place, the woman's church is not there. Sorry, the man's church is not there. Join. Or sometimes the man has gotten to like the woman's church to join. There's nothing but technically or strictly speaking, the usual pattern costume is for the woman to join the man's church family. So the next part of the question is, can you repeat?
Said, okay, what if she's aware of their wrong doctrines? In that case, should she still stay in that church?
All right, so that's the so what I'll say is that before she got married to the man, she should have known the doctrines of the man's church. And you know, I think that this generation will be taking some things that the previous generation knew and did. This generation will be taking it for granted. The previous generation, when I say the previous generation, I'll say the elderly generation. The elderly generation, they do a lot of investigations before entering marriage. So they investigate the man's family. So the man will investigate the woman's family. The woman will investigate the man's family. And they do that from the physical perspective and the spiritual perspective also. And that's a very good thing that we need to also do. So when a woman is going to get married to a man, she must investigate the man's church, his doctrines, his beliefs, and find out whether her beliefs line up with his beliefs. If her beliefs don't line up with his beliefs, if she wants to go ahead and marry him, she should be aware of the consequences. She should accept and embrace the consequences. But it's not so she should know before. So it's not that now that they are married, now she says that she's not going to go to this church. She should have known before and advised herself whether she wants to go ahead or not. It's just like going to also applying for a job. When you're applying for a job, you like to know the job description. You investigate the job description, the company, what they do, and all that. So in the same way, when you're entering marriage, you have to investigate and find out all those things and ask yourself that, are you ready for this kind of lifestyle before you go ahead and you say yes.
Wow. God bless you, Pastor. I'm sure a lot of us are learning from it. So our next question is, I'm asking a lady out for almost 5 to 6 months. She's not giving me any answer yet. So she's not giving him either a yes or a no. Any advice?
All right, that's a good question. There are a lot of things to that. Has he asked her why she's not saying yes, or what's her response for not saying yes? Or no? That's something that we need to investigate before I can really give a firm answer. And then also for the gentleman also, um, what is his approach? What has been his approach? So we need to find out. And it even comes back to the investigation I was talking about. Maybe the lady is in a relationship already. And you know something that sometimes some people do. Maybe the lady is in a relationship, but the relationship is not working well, and she foresees coming out of the relationship. So she's waiting for that relationship to break up, because she foresees that the relationship is going to break up. So she's waiting for that relationship to break up before she now says yes to the guy.
She uses him as her rebound.
So like I'm saying, people when they are entering relationship, they need to really do their investigations. They need to really do investigations. And then also sometimes also um the lady or both parties, there could be a certain disease, there could be an issue. So they need to know. And one of the episodes there was a question of tribal issues. There could also be that one. So the lady knows that maybe her family will not approve. So she's trying to find out, either test the waters from her family side to see whether the father would approve, before she comes to him. But then again, communication is important. So I'll say that the man, you should be able to know why, or you should be able to find out why the woman has gone through that cancer. But all means there's a reason. Maybe he doesn't like it. Maybe she doesn't like it. Maybe it could be a family issue. Maybe it could be a spiritual issue. Maybe it could be a health issue. So from the woman's side, I'll say there should be some communication. Now, from the man's side also, you should be able to discern in you.
Wow, that's amazing. I also believe another reason why sometimes these things happen could also be that maybe either party may not have dealt from past traumas, let's say maybe past relationships. In that case, what would you advise the person to do? Because there have been instances where someone breaks up from a relationship and then they're still not over it. It's either they're too insecure to move on, thinking they might not find anyone who treat them better than their ex did, maybe due to a certain reason.
Yeah.
And even sometimes people even end up breaking up. I'm glad you even mentioned about the disease that, and even in the previous episode. So let's say maybe they go and check and they see that they are sickling, they are not compatible.
Yeah.
In that case, maybe both parties were actually compatible until that. So now having to start all over. Let's say you do with a person like 5 years, now start all over. In that case, what would you advise the person to do?
All right. So I spoke about one of the episodes. You asked a question, and I mentioned that before people enter relationship, they must have emotional maturity.
Sure.
So somebody that maybe was in a relationship and has come out of the relationship and is still dealing with the trauma of that past relationship, the person still needs emotional maturity and stability. So the person cannot enter relationship. It's overcome. So really, the person is not ready. This has to go now. So that's emotional maturity. Person has to overcome trauma, the past trauma, overcome if that past relationship brought feelings of inferiority, or the person feels like he or she will not get someone as good as that. It's still an issue of emotional stability. So the person, I wouldn't encourage or recommend the person to enter a relationship until the person has dealt with all those things. Otherwise, the person will enter into problems.
Wow, because we even have a relation, a question here similar to that. The person was like, "I'd like to know what to do at this point in my life, where I feel that I can't get a partner for myself who will show me love and care, plus support like how I willingly give." Because see, there are some people that they willingly give love, they show affection, but then they don't always get that in return. Maybe their partner might be the exact opposite of them. In that case, she kind of feels insecure to like, should I go ahead? Because all the love I'll be showing, I'm buying you gifts, I'm going all out for you. It'll be nice to also have someone who will do something, even if you don't get money, at least 10% of that. In that case, she feels insecure. What advice would you give her?
Emotional maturity. Yeah, we need to appreciate that. First of all, the question again, but from the question I can see that the person's mindset alone, I'll say that it's even wrong.
Said I would like to know what to do at this point in my life where I feel that I can't get a partner.
All right, so that mindset alone, I feel it's a wrong mindset. Um, and of course, we are. This show is for people, but we are coming from a Christian perspective. Be that from a Christian perspective, the person must believe that God will give him or her a suitable partner, to get him a suitable partner. So that's the underlying belief to be the person has to think that underlying and know that God will get him or her somebody just like him. Then also we need to also realize that people are different. So the emotional maturity to see that if that person is a giver, if the person likes giving extravagant, he or she must appreciate that it's not everyone who is like that. But people some trained or taught to in a way to give us like you're saying, even if it's 10%. So there are some marriages and relationships, the woman or the man must be patient with the other party, help the other party pick up. But if they expect the other party to be just like them, that would be difficult. So emotional maturity and stability to realize that people will not be like Samuel, I'm not like you. You have your temperament, you have your personality, you have your own experiences, childhood experiences that have formed you and given you a certain disposition. And nobody is like you. Nobody will have your exact temperament, personality, and childhood experiences that have formed you. So you are going to be different. You are going to be different from your future husband. So you'd have to be patient with your future husband. You can't expect him to behave like you. You have to be patient with him. Appreciate him. And that's the emotional stability and maturity. Appreciate him. Appreciate the the world, the perspective of the world that he has because of his experiences also. And then you can also gradually let him come to a certain understanding of how you'd also want to treat it. You understand? And that you would have to be patient. And so I'm not just saying you, but I'm just it's a message to everyone. You have to be patient, and it could take some time. So that's the answer I would give to the person.
Wow, God bless you, Pastor. I've come to realize that a lot of people still hang on to like past experiences.
Experiences and
Let
relationships.
it go. It's past. Let it end there. And then one other thing, people always feel like they might not get someone better, and I'm glad you spoke about it. True, you might never find someone like the person you're with, but then believe God to give you someone better than the person you're with.
And just to add that when we talk about someone better, I would rather say that it's how you make it. It's how you make the relationship and the marriage. You can make it better. The person may. I think that if we say someone better, we are comparing, but we shouldn't compare because everyone is unique. But it's your disposition to the person, to the marriage, and how you would make the marriage work. That would make it a good and a glorious marriage.
Wow. God bless you, Pastor. It's been an honor having you
Amen.
here.
I'm happy to be hosted.
And I look forward to having you more on my show.
I'll be happy to become.
All right, viewers. Thank you so much for tuning in to Ask Pastor Anything. Until next we come your way, enjoy the rest of your. Not long ago, my dad had a conversation with me concerning marriage and advised that I go in for a lady from any other tribe apart from Akan.
Action.
No, you start.
No, sir.
Shalom, people of God.